about tobacco juice and mason jars of shine. I think about the vices I've let take me over time.
Viewers, a subscriber of mine wanted to go fishing with me, and while we fished, he wanted me to tell him some fish stories that I have. Well, bored Dad, I don't know if we'll ever get to go fishing or not, but I got a fish story or two to tell you. My dad and uncle, they fished for flatheads quite a bit. Burbus and Merrimack caught some pretty good ones. I remember one time I was real young, about 8. We had two side by side on the Burbus, and he just flipped them in the boat, one of them. The other one was a little bit bigger, and it come off the 6-aught eagle claw hook, gold one. But I remember that fish really well. It was a pretty good one, probably 35 pounds. Also, my brother and I, we chased them flatheads, Merrimack, Burbus, Missouri River. I remember fishing above New Haven at Berger Creek one time. He caught one about 35 pounds on a rod and reel. Really nice fish. Well, I'd done a lot of trout line fishing in the Merrimack and Burbus. The biggest thing I ever probably caught out of the Burbus was 15 pounds or so. But I've caught some pretty good ones out of the Merrimack. I caught him at T-Table Eddy. That's between Moselle and River Round Farm Conservation Area. And he weighed about 58 pounds. Pretty good flathead. One morning, my brother was on vacation, and we had set some lines out the night before. My brother probably had out 60 hooks, and I probably had out 100. He was fishing with one of the brothers. He was fishing with Corey. Him and Corey caught a 35 pounder the first night out. Well, 6 nights later, we was catching some big channel cat and small flatheads. He was too, but on the last night we run them lines, we had 5 flatheads. One about 6 pound, two about 12, one about 20, and the other one about 25 pounds. We come around there, old Robbie and I, and he was smiling big as a possum. They knew we had hooked into something, but that was quite a flathead fish haul that time.
Nature's quite a lady, but you're the one I need.
Also, I've heard of several, 3 100-pound flatheads coming out of the Merrimack. One 80-pounder. It was caught by a bait shop owner in St. Clair, Don Phillips, may he rest in peace. Him and his dad caught a 78-pounder right below the confluence of the Burbus and Merrimack River. 78 pounds. Well, on up to Merrimack, below Bruns's Bridge, between that and River Round Farm boat ramp, old man Bruns. Well, that's the namesake of the bridge. He was supposedly gigging one time. Back then you could gig flatheads. And he had a sill beam light strapped on his gig and wires run up to a battery in the boat. And he'd shine around them rocks. And it was said that he gigged a 100-pound flathead. Also, same hole of water, first told next to River Round Farm when you go down below Bruns's. And he caught one 100-pounder, it was told, on a trout line across the Merrimack made out of baling wire. Sure did, story goes. And the third one come up from the mouth of the Burbus. If you go up the Burbus and look off towards your left, going slow, you'll see some re-rods drove in close to the river. The river ain't too high. And the one first above the bluff hole up the Burbus. That old man there had a cabin up there where it bends away from the bluff. He had a cabin there, I presume back in the 50s, and supposedly he caught a 100-pounder up the mouth of the Burbus not too far.
I sat there on the bar stool and I looked him in the face. He seemed a little haggard, but did not slow down.